Hello, welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. I'm Gerkinman. And Jess is here with me.
Yep.
She has a question.
I do.
Alright, Jess, fire away.
Why can't Metroid crawl?
Oh! You came all the way here just for that?
Yeah.
Actually, here's something interesting. Seeing how it's all foggy, this is not interesting for you, but people who are watching. It's always very foggy when you go into water. For now. There's an item we can get later on, which will make that much clearer. Ooh la la! Metroid can't crawl because kids can't play video games.
Why did those boxes just implode on themselves?
Because I shot them. I shooted them. Oh, this is an enemy. Okay, so this guy, my attacks just bounce off. If I do a charge attack, he actually comes after me, which obviously isn't great. If you get... So let's find out what this dude is. Pulse Bombu, life form of raw energy, periodically releases explosive segments from its body. Pulse Bombus are energy beings invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however, they lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charges of the energy source. Pulse Bombus produce energy constantly. All excess energy is shared regardless of who or what may be nearby. Ow. That's a cool way it distorts your visor when you hit them. I've been trying to convince Jess to play this game for years because it's basically a first-person Zelda. Actually, that's something I can talk about this episode. The Metroid Prime is just a Zelda game in first person. I almost feel like it has more ties with well, it's a bit of a cross between Zelda and Super Metroid, I guess. But we're going down to Magmal Caverns. This is an area we haven't been yet. We won't be staying here long. Magmal Caverns serves through the game as kind of like a it's kind of like a highway. There's not a whole lot to get or unlock in Magmal Caverns itself, but a lot of the areas that you access through Magmal Caverns, which is kind of interesting. But first of all, we've got to get down to the bottom here. So, I don't know why... Well, I guess the elevators are there for people getting their way back up. Oh no! Street bats everywhere! You'll also notice with the music here, Jess won't, because I have headphones on. But it is the... I like this, the stand in the steam vents. It fogs up your mask. That's so cool! This game is full of coolness! And in here there is a safe room. Which is obviously pretty important. The music in Magmal Caverns in this part here is the choir from Norfair in Super Metroid. And it starts off as just the choir, but then it hits a certain moment.
Have I heard that before?
When it goes beyond that. Is that?
Have I ever heard that before?
Maybe. I think they used it in one of the Smash Brothers.
Is it the one that's like... Oh.
That one was like dun 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 dun.
I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of.
This is another new creature here. This is a Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder carapace, can be breached by missiles. The Grisby carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blast. Its intelligence is limited to instinctively scattering patterns. So I like the fact they try to explain the fact that it just goes around in circles in this one little spot by saying that it only knows patterns. If you shoot the lava, it's just like the water. So these guys don't really attack you or anything, they just kind of cruise around, get in the way sometimes. Make for some interesting platforming here. So yeah, as you can hear, the music is the, essentially the... Oh, actually, I'm going to scan this guy too. Sorry, I'm scanning all the things. This is a burrower, tunneling insect predator. The burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prefers to spend more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances than surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle. Beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. It certainly isn't an aggressive little thing. No, I'll take care of. But yeah, this music is about to pick up. So once you get into here, the percussion comes in. So it's still the Norfair music, but it just speeds up. So I like the way it kind of like leads you into it like that. Chester, why are you shaking so close to the microphone? At least you're not barking, I guess. Welcome to Magmal Caverns. One of the most dangerous places in the game. This is a Magmor, it's what the caverns are named after. Magmor, a fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmor prefers extreme heat zones and is susceptible to frigid attack forms. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors, which are actually what those yellow things that look like eyes. Magmors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint targets with startling accuracy. These guys aren't too much of a threat. Kind of annoying until you get later weapons anyway. The Ice Beam makes pretty short work of these guys. We also now have these guys here, which are puffers. Unstable gas-filled organisms will rupture on contact. Puffers fill their bodies with lethal metavibrium gas and float around in search of food. If ruptured, the gas within the puffer is violently released. Despite their fragile bodies, puffers are aggressive hunters. The gas cloud they release upon death is often fatal to the creature that brings them down as well. There's a lot of creatures in this game, or on this planet, that basically will suicide just to kill whatever's attacking them. I think that's hilarious. I'm not going to worry too much about these guys. We're going to hop around them. Destroy these. Come through here. But yeah, I love this music. This music to me is very iconic of Metroid. There's not that many recurring tracks from older Metroid games throughout Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 2 has a couple as well. I think Torvis Bog has some music from Meridia, which I really like. But Metroid Prime does have some tracks specifically of its own, which I really love. I think they're some of the best tracks in the game, and we're actually going to be going to an area that has one of those tracks in it today. So this is another new enemy down here. This is a Triclops, hard-shelled creature with powerful jaws. The Triclops is a hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of foodstuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are quite strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. So we can't hop over this yet. We can, well actually, maybe we can using the... No. I thought maybe I could do a bomb jump over the top. I never actually tried. No, you can't do it. I thought maybe you could. You need a space jump in order to do that. So anyway, the way we take care of these guys is not like that. You basically will lay a bomb. We have to wait for this guy to get out of the way a little bit. Kind of attract them towards you, and then you lay a bomb, and they pick that up, and boom, off they go. Just like that. That's more like it. Nothing too crazy. As I said, you don't have to worry about them forever. Later on, you can just skip past those. Now, I think there are some hidden items in this room, actually. If I could see anything with all this steam in my visor. I think there is an item down in here somewhere I can get. A missile expansion. If memory serves. Yes, because we got these guys here. These guys... Why would they have these guys around if there wasn't something to pick up, eh? Makes sense. Here we go, this could be it down here. It's something. There we go. It could also be an energy expansion. I'm not entirely certain that I remember, but... I feel almost bad for killing these guys because they're so stupid. It's all too easy. Sneak away around here. Oh, I can hear the item now. Here we go. Through here. Oh, it's a secret door. Where's this go? Let's find out. Oh, wasn't I just up here? Can I not? Do I need double jump to get up here? Oh man, I hope not. Alright, no, there we go. I'm just terrible at video games. Do not remember this. Oh, there we go, there's a missile expansion. So I was right, there was something in there, after all. Oops, there we go. 45 missiles. This is a really odd room. I don't understand why anyone would set up something like this. It seems a bit stupid, but whatever. Actually, I don't know who set these mines up, to be perfectly honest with you. I doubt it was the Trozo, but I'm not entirely sure the Space Pirates have had enough time to do it either, so... No, I did hear there was another item. It sounded like there was another item. Yeah, I can hear another item around here. But that doesn't mean... Oh, actually, I know where that is. We can't get to that one yet. We have to come back to that later. There's actually one up in one of these pillars, but you need a super missile in order to blow the pillar up to get to it. But I'm impressed by the Howl Hidden some of these. How well hidden some of these actual like items are. Like they create entire areas just for like one little pickup that only takes a few seconds to get to, and I think that's the sort of attention to detail. I keep saying attention to detail for this game, and that's because there's so much of it. And I find it really impressive, and I just fucked up that jump something severe. These platforms actually sink as you once you jump on them. Ah, crap. Not doing so good today. Like I said, jumping is a little awkward when you've only got the single jump. Once you get the space jump, it becomes a whole other... I should have scanned that. That's a different health pickup to what I've been getting. What was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, well, I think we're almost done getting through here. Magma Caverns. We'll certainly be coming back here quite a few times throughout our adventure. That is for certain. But I think there's only really one or two items that you pick up here. Something there is a lot of here is... This is a room we will definitely be coming back to a couple of times for different reasons. This is like a mining center here. Actually, I believe if you check the map, the monitor station. So I think this was actually set up by the Space Pirates. There's actually a little bit of lore in here that you can go and look up. And it's obviously pretty well guarded because they have these turrets set up here, although I don't know why I guess I just wasn't aiming well enough. If we make our way to the top of this monitor station, we can get some information what the pirates are up to. Dun, dun, dun. Now there's something else I want to talk about this music too in a little bit. A very, very little interesting piece of game design actually related to the music, which seems like a weird thing to say in a game like this, but you'll understand what I'm talking about when we get to it. Amerigo, this is the monitor station, so there is stuff to read here. Emergent pistons are leaching power from the magma pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend Energy Command deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. So the Space Pirates are here looking for new power sources. Geothermal power routing to this station is complete. Unstable magma flow is a concern. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuations exceed safety levels. So obviously they're using the lava here to power things. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. They have a high value to monks of Grondheim, however, recommended processing of crystal for that market once phase-on operation ceases. So they've actually found some other minerals here which also have could be useful. Report any signs of magma predator activity to Security Central at once. So there's a few things going on here. So these are the red crystals they're talking about that the monks value. Those monks haven't come up anywhere else in the Metroid lore. They're just a thing that exists. All right, so here's the thing. This part here, if you time your bombs to the rhythm of the music, this is actually how you get the particular items that are in here. If you time it to like use the drum as like a metronome. So that's the only way to achieve it in the GameCube version, actually. Of course, this being the Wii version, I can just do it that way, get myself an energy tank. But yes, this was the part I was talking about, where the morph ball jump is actually, if you time your bomb presses to the music, that's actually the key to getting that. Anyway, we're done with Magma Caverns. That was quick. Access to Fen drifts north granted. Please step into the hologram. So here we are. This is one of the areas, probably my favorite area in the game. Certainly my favorite music in the game. There are actually 2 tracks for this particular zone, and they're both two of my favorite tracks for the video game. This was the first Metroid game, I believe, with as you can already see, it's very icy here, with a snow area. This is also the only other part of the game where you use your charge beam to blow up a piece of debris to get anywhere. So there's one on the Orpheum at the beginning, and there's this one here. Welcome. So this is Fen Drama Drifts. This is a very unique area for the Metroid series. So we've got quite a few things we've got to do here. We are here basically at the moment looking for a certain item which will allow us to progress further in the game, as I guess every item in the game does. Oh, I should have scanned that guy. This is a new little critter here. This is a crystallite. Territorial cold weather scavenger. The shell of the crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked by a concussive blast. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off its body and forms a hard ice shell, which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life. So I think that's pretty cool the way they come up with the explanation for why it's got like a big ice crystal on its back. Also, when I in this particular area, you can see Samus's eyes when I let off a blast a little close to my face, which is pretty cool, I think. So I can't open this door yet. Why not? What's the deal? Blast shield over the door is secure. I guess I better go find out what the deal is with that. Well, there was this down here. What's the deal with this? Grating has become brittle from temperature fluctuations. Large traces of radion detected. So as we remember, when we read the bio for the missiles, radion is susceptible to my missiles. So the door directly above has been unlocked, and that's how we unlocked that. Not a particularly difficult puzzle to work out, but I don't think it necessarily takes anything away from the game, making the player do that either. Yeah, I absolutely love the music in this location. So the item that we're here looking for, this is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, is an item that was introduced in this game. It's unique to this one. This is also a new version of the Bombu. This is a scatter Bombu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from the creature's body. Like all Bombus, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these lifeforms may result in electrical visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging scatter Bombus by rolling into Morph Ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams, which is the only way to go about it, because if you stay in first person and get too close to these guys, as I will do here, that happens, which obviously makes things a little harder. So we've got some ruins here. I'm assuming these were also built by the Trozo, and we've got a new enemy over here as well. This is the first really engaging enemy so far in the game, in terms of general enemies. This is a baby she-goth. Glacier Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young she-goths grow resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby she-goths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. Kinda messed up. That's nature. So we can just... Basically, you have to try to get behind them and just shoot them in the back a bunch of times, and that takes care of them. But they've got quite a few attacks, so I can show you some of these. So they've got the one where they charge at you. They've got this ice breath, which actually freezes you. And they can also shoot these like little ice bullet type things as well. And they're completely impenetrable from the front. Your ammunition just bounces off. At least with this weapon. There are other weapons you can get later on which that isn't an issue. The secret to killing them is definitely to see you actually breathe out some ice after I killed them even. So even when they're dead, they're not entirely like no longer a threat. I love exploring these sort of ruins areas in games. And again, I think Metroid Prime 2 does exploring ruins better than any other games that I've played at least I can think of. Like I was recently, as some of you know, playing through Oblivion, and that game is full of ruins. But they don't feel like ruins, they just feel like copy-pasted corridors. There's nothing... Spider track, there's an item up there for later on. There's nothing in there that makes them feel like particularly unique, whereas everything about this is completely custom. There's no reuse anywhere, it's all made to be exactly as it is. And I think that adds an incredible amount to the experience. Alright, so now we've also got a new kind of burrower. This is a ice burrower adapted to sub-zero freezes or whatever. A hardy life form, the ice burrower has adapted to the frigid climate of Fen Drama It spends most of its time tunneling through the frozen soil, but will occasionally serviceable attack passers-by. So it's pretty much identical to the other one, it's just... it's blue. It's blue now. Don't really pose any sort of threat or anything to you though, so you can just beeline past them like most enemies in this game, I suppose. It's often easier just to go past. And we're back in this area again. But we're up a lot higher, so we originally came in there, and now we're out here. So this is a dangerous little spot to be through here. I don't know why I did that. Charging the beam here with these guys around is a bad idea, don't do that. Unless you're crazy, then you can do it all you like. Alright, take care of these guys. Just like that, nice and easy. And take care of this guy. Now you'll notice that I said baby at the beginning of his name too, so that's a good little hint that these guys aren't the only versions of these dudes around. You can always hear, oh, there's something new actually up there too. You can see that door there is purple. That means that it can only be opened with a wave beam, which is something that we will be getting a little later on in the game. So as I said, these look like Trozo ruins, and that's because they are. Here's some Trozo Law here. As the grand poison reaches even further into the planet, we Trozo begin to feel the gnawing of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. As at its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Trozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swirls within the ground, threatening all life? So the Trozo obviously set up camp over here as well, this far away, hoping to get away from it all, but they just couldn't escape it. No, I can't jump up there. Nope. I guess I gotta come through here. Ah, that's right. So this is a mechanic that will come into play much more later in the game. I could have sworn... There we go. This hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. So, I think I need the super missile in order to break those down though. So I guess we need to come this way. Must be a door somewhere, and there we go. Another one of these guys. I'm just gonna run. Oh, we got lucky that time. Didn't even get hit. Let's see if we can get lucky twice. Negative. Alright, here we go. So this is a little bit of a puzzle room, I guess, of sorts here. We are going to be getting a little something from here. This episode's going to be a little bit longer, obviously. I'm going to actually, because this will be the last episode that I record today, I'm going to be making my way to a save point. That'll be a thing that I do with these episodes when it's going to be the last one for the day, is go back to the nearest save. But what have we got here? Platform realignment successful. So basically it's just do that to get this to do this. Pretty straightforward. A little bit of platforming. These will actually fall down after we jump on them, so you kind of want to be as quick as you can. Not too bad though. So here we have a new item, and what is this? This is an all-new item to the Metroid series. This is the Boost Ball. There we go. This will allow us to do a little boost, and we'll also change up the color of our ball as we're getting around. But as you can see here, this is pointing out to us that, hey, there's a half pipe here, and you might need that to get back to the beginning there. There's also some Trozo Law there, which would be very nice to have. So, this is what this does. It allows us to boost and roll around on these things. So, as you can probably imagine, there's a couple of places towards the beginning of the game where we might want to go into in the next episode, if you know what I'm saying. Also, there's some Trozo Law here, which we need to scan. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight on the land, and we Trozo are no exception, but for all our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day a Savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that Savior we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul that can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. So the Trozo had a feeling that one day, because the Trozo were very deeply religious, and they could kind of had prophecies about the future. And so here I am, Samus, the entrusted one. So they actually left not all of the items that you find in the game, but a lot of them were actually left here by the Trozo because they knew you would come back here someday. So for a lot of people, like, they always get broken up by the, oh, well, how come Samus, all these missiles and everything are laying around everywhere? And basically it's because the Trozo knew someday you'd be coming here because there was a prophecy, and or they foresaw it. Because these ones at least were enlightened, so that's how. So we're just going to make our way back to the save room so we can wrap up this episode. In the next episode we're going to go and take advantage of this new ability that we have just received. There's not really a whole lot we can do with it here, but there's a couple of other places we can take advantage of it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm just going to quickly beeline it through here. Ouch. And then well, looks like Ridley's alive and well. And that wraps this up for this episode. Thank you for joining me. Where's his save point? I know there's one around here somewhere. Let's just quickly work out where that is. Could have sworn it was here somewhere. I thought there was one here. I know there's one here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So, thank you for joining me. Oh, I think we've got a little bit of lore here we can read first. All ballistic support personnel report to Research Lab Hydra. Lockdown Containment Plan 3A in effect until further notice. Who would have put these messages up? They sure read like Space Pirate news posts. Western Temple is in Phase 2 lockdown. All projects are postponed. Under no circumstances are personnel to attempt access. So the Space Pirates have definitely been here. New personnel must report to the South Research Facility. Failure to report will be penalised by a 30% ration cut and extra duty. So there you go. Space Pirates are alive and well, and as we just saw with Ridley, they are nearby. So join me next episode as we get out of here. We go back to some older areas to get some cool new items, and we go and check out some real hefty lore stuff. So I hope you join me for that, and I'll see you next time.